Hi there, this is Donny Vostok, aka Nev, and we're doing the top 10 Nev countdown, and we're looking at Buzz, which was my 5th show in 2016. This is the one about bees. It's the loud about bees. So yeah, well, basically I had read this book, A World Without Bees by Alison Benjamin and Brian K. McCallum, and it detailed what a world would be like without bees, and it's frightening. So I thought, something needs to be done about this. Somebody needs to take this important issue out to the people. So although it's an hour about bees, and I guess there's some comedy value in that, I would say it's actually the bleakest hour of comedy I've ever done, because it's all about the end of the world and how we're all fucked if the bees all die. So yeah, I think it's the bleakest hour of stand-up I've ever done, and just because it affects us all, I think this is probably the most important bit of stand-up made by any human ever made. I think you can attribute that to this show. Previously I talked about themes and issues, but with this show I wanted to highlight one specific subject, and that's the bees. And actually, the show, the full hour, mostly I only cover honeybees. And there's many other type of bees that you get. Within Britain, you've got two types of bees, don't you? You've got the social bees that live in groups. You've got the solitary bees. In the UK, apart from honeybees, you also get common carder bee, which is a sort of bumblebee, I think. You also have the red-tailed bumblebee. That's a bumblebee with a red tail or a red what is it in insects? It's got a red arse. You've got the white-tailed bumblebee, similar to the last one. It's just got a white arse, so they're red. You've got the small garden bumblebee. I don't know whether that's just a small bumblebee or whether that's a bumblebee that exclusively goes to small gardens. Probably the former, I would imagine. I don't know if the bees are very good at navigation, but I don't know if they're good enough to distinguish the size of gardens within the UK. You also have the tree bumblebee, which I guess is a bumblebee that lives in the trees. And you have something called the early bumblebee, which I guess is a bumblebee that gets up before all the other bees. So they're all the solitary bees. You've also got in the UK a number of solitary bees, not social bees like the previous one. You've also got the leafcutter bee. That's a bee that cuts leaves. You've got an ivy bee. You've got a red mason bee. I think it's a shade of red, that bee. I don't know why it's called a mason bee. Perhaps it's sort of masonry, maybe it makes its hive out of stone, maybe. I don't know. And you've also got one called the tawny mining bee, which is a bee that lives underground. So you can see that the sphere of bee-based comedy, there is space to go. I could, if I put my mind to it, make a new hour entirely with each of those bees, you know, the common carder bee, honey bee. Oh, I've done the honey bee, haven't I? You've got the common carder bee, the red-tailed bumblebee, the white-tailed bumblebee, the early bumblebee, the small garden bumblebee, the tree bumblebee, and then you've got the leafcutter bee, the red mason bee, the tawny mining bee, and the ivy bee. So you're looking at, well, how many hours of comedy is that? I mean, each individual one I could probably do an hour of. So that would be common carby 1, red-tailed bumblebee 2, white-tailed bumblebee 3, early bumblebee 4, small garden bumblebee 5, tree bumblebee 6, leafcutter bee 7, red mason bee 8, tawny mining bee 9, and ivy bee 10. So I guess I could potentially do another 10 hours on bees on each individual bee within the UK. And I would do that. You know, we've got to save the bees, and if doing stand-up exclusively about bees is what's going to save them, I will do that. I will sacrifice my, you know, creative life to the bees, the cause of the bees, if that's needed to be done, and I'm willing to do that for the bees, save the bees. I can't really remember what the section within the bee show I had picked out as my favourite, because it's all fantastic, and every single moment of that show, Buzz, is dedicated to saving the bees. My dream is that one day that all of my efforts go towards a stop in the decrease in terms of the bees globally. And that hopefully this show has turned the tide, that people see it and they go, well, we need to save the bees. That's my hope of the show. Yeah, so I get emotional when I talk about bees. So yeah, I like this hour about bees. Cool. Well, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.